And that takes you to the green bond, where Nigeria's Minister of Environment, Balarabe Lawal Abbas, accompanied by the head of the Securities Commission, Emomotimi Agama, and others at the Nigerian Exchange today for a closing gong that ties into fresh plans by the Nigerian government to float another green bond.
I have only escorted the Honorable Minister for Environment because this is his day, and because I belong to both sides of the world, yes, right? As a government official, and also as a regulator of the market. Yes. So, for the SEC, we are making our presence felt. We will be there every way, every day, and leading the game.
Just to speak to our commitment as an exchange group of companies, where, across all our verticals, and also as the holding company, we have very strong sort of partnerships and approaches to driving what I think has been a legacy subject matter at the exchange, the idea of sustainable financing, green bonds. I think for us is both coming the products, which is one of the things we're discussing today, but also making sure that we have the right frameworks, the right sorts of partnerships to draw in capital, to pull in capital to stimulate that market.
We all know what our environment is going through. We have a lot of issues, like we've mentioned the issue of flood, which I think we are going through part of it in Lagos. But I also say that there is also flood in the north, where I always say we least expect to have flood in the north because it's a dry area and the rain are not so heavy. But because the location is ill prepared for the flood, normally when the oil comes there, it's very devastating. So we have many issues that we need funding for. Flood, desert is encroaching, we have coastal erosions, we have gully erosions, we have issues with open defecation, we have issues about pollution, and so many issues that we are handling. And we have so many, I come here and say so many things that we're trying to do. We have this issue of circular economy we're trying to do. We have this issue of trying to also raise funding for addressing some of these climatic issues. So we need this fund. There is no way the government can give us all the funds that we require to do that. And this is not the first time this was issued. It was issued earlier. The last one was 2019, and since then there was no issue. So we want, that's why we are coming here, join hands with the stock exchange, and see that we can now make it an annual event.
And that's your closing gong for today's market here in Lagos, Nigeria. And that's the closing gong for tonight's Arise Exchange, July the 10th. I am Boosting number 5. Have yourself a good evening and goodbye from here.